only talking about Gilead. Let me square this up a little bit better. Can y'all see that all right? Gilead, also known as Daniel, second son of David, king of Israel, according to the Bible. He was David's son, with his third wife Abigail, widow of Nabal the Carmelite, as mentioned in 1 Chronicles 3:1, 2 Samuel 3:3. Unlike the other of David's three older sons, Amnon, Absalom, and Adonijah, who were important characters in 2 Samuel. The firstborn Amnon, the thirdborn Absalom, the fourthborn Adonijah may have died before his father. Later rabbinic traditions name him as one of the four ancient Israelites who died without sin. The other three being Benjamin, Jesse, and Amram. The throne eventually passed to his younger brother, Solomon. Okay? Now, Gilead can be translated to mean what? Perfection of the Father. So, the question you should ask is what is David's at his most perfect? Because Gilead means Daniel, and Daniel means God is my judge. Gilead and Daniel, the Dan-E-L, meaning God is my judge. And who is he? He's the hero. Right? He is the hero. Now, this is what's important here. Because he's not a prophet in Judaism, but he is a prophet in Christianity, and according to Muslim sources, they can also consider him a prophet. Now, let's go back. If that's the case, then why in Revelation is he not listed? Why is Daniel, or the tribe of Dan, being erased? Let's continue. It gets deeper. It gets deeper. Now, a lot of this has to do with this here. You see, you have to understand something. That this statue is in Daniel's image. This head of gold is both Nebuchadnezzar and Belshazzar. And it's very important that you understand that, as we dug on it the last time, at the end of Daniel chapter 2. Now, the perfection of the Father, David, David was king of kings. And this Daniel, the perfection of the Father, is a Lord of lords. But see, Why is this all important? Well, a lot of it has to do with this here. This is to do with Reuben. Reuben is the masculine proper name, Old Testament eldest son of Jacob. Name of the tribe descended from him, from the Greek Reuben, right? From the Hebrew Reuben, probably literally behold a son. From Reu, imperative of Raha, right? Esau, okay? Plus Ben, meaning a son. All you Egyptians out there, right? As a typical name of a farmer, rustic, country bumpkin from 1804. The sandwich, corned beef, sauerkraut, etc. on rye bread is an American specialty in 1956. It's the same, but not obviously connected with the country bumpkin, since in Rube, Old English Dictionary, but possibly from Reuben's Restaurant, a popular spot in New York, right? There's always some New York drop when we start digging on these tribes, right? Lower East Side, various other Reubens have been proposed as the originator. So let's dig on it. So we're talking about a Rube, right? (1896), a Rube, shortened form of the man's proper name Reuben, which attested from 1804 as a conventional type of name for a country man. All right? We're also talking about a hick, right? Do I have hick going up separate? Let me see. No, let's go back. Hick, right? Late 14th century, a popular, or hickey, right? A popular pet name from the masculine proper name Richard. Okay? Hod from Robert, Hodge for Roger, meaning awkward provincial person, was established by 1700s. See Rube. Earlier, it was characteristic name of a hostler, hackney man, late 14th century. A hick town is one. A hick town is one where there is no place to go, where you shouldn't be, right? But it says it's Richard, so let's dig on Richard, because now when we dug on it, the other name, it didn't give us this pet name variation. Now we're talking about Richard, right? Proper name, Middle English, Richard, right? Old English, Old French, Old High German, meaning strong in rule. From the Proto-Germanic break, star R-I-K, meaning what? Ruler, see rich, plus Hartho, meaning hard. From the Pi, Cairo, or Caro, right? Star K-A-R, meaning hard. Okay? You can also see what? King Author, right? Remember when we did the author recon, when we did the etymology of the name, it was a very strange etymology on that word, on that name. And when you dig on it, they also say it's related to the bear or the Ursa Minor, the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, which points you back to the North Star, that same Canada, northern region, right? But we're talking about the Karakatai. And we're talking ogres. Now one of the most popular names introduced by the Normans, because there were Normo, right? Because we're talking about hick. They were regular. Usually Latinized Ricardus. The common form was Ricard. Hence the pet, here it is, had the pet form Rick. Now that's not what they just said. right? Rich. Old English, right? Strong, powerful, great, mighty, of high rank. Sense is now obsolete. English, wealthy, right? Wealthy. This is where you get what? The rig, the Reich, meaning wealthy, meaning, mighty, meaning ruler, rich, powerful, rich, right? Where you get what? King, right? Now we get the word king from Khan, and we dug on the pie for Khan. But this one leads us to reg, right? Compare what? Rex. To lead, to rule. And remember in the King Arthur drop, he was a dux, not a rex. And the old text, right? The form of the word was influenced in Middle English by Old French, meaning wealthy, magnificent, sumptuous, which is with Spanish RICO, right? Got that RICO law, the RICO statutes, right? From the Frankish star Riki, star R-I-K-I, meaning powerful, or some other cognate Germanic word, Shalaki. Old English had the noun rice, right? Rule, reign, power, mighty, authority, empire, right? The evolution of the word reflects the connection between the wealth and power in the ancient world, though power seems to be the oldest. Power seems to be the oldest and transferred in extended senses from 12th century, meaning magnificent from seriously 1200s, that of a great value or worth. So we're only talking the 9 worthies. We are only talking the 9 worthies. And the codex of the worthy. All right. And food and colors is an abundance of characteristic quality that pleases the senses. From the early 14th century. Sound again is from 1590s, right? Of soil, 1570s. Sense of entertaining, amusing is recorded from 1760s. Meaning wealthy as in Old English. English once had a related verb, rixel, have dominion or domination, rule, right? But we're talking about star K-A-R, meaning hard. This is where you get the word Bernard, right? All your suffixes ending in R. This is where you get cancer, right? Kareen. This is where you get all your crosses, your democracies, your autocracies, and all that other good stuff. This is where you get Gerard. This is where you get Hardly. This is where you get Leonard, Standard. But this is where you also get Richard, and we're going to dig on it. So we're talking about Richard leading back to this here. This pie of car. Go back. Or the other one. Then we have Daniel. And with Daniel, this is where we get all the what? A different set. But the house of Daniel must be a strong house. But why Reuben, though? Well, we're only talking about Richard, right? And if you're talking Richard, you're talking Reuben. Go back. Reuben lost rights as firstborn by defiling Jacob's bed. Genesis 35:20, and then Genesis 49:3-4. Ephraim and Manasseh became tribes in Genesis 48, 5 through 6. You know, I bring this up because Esau gets a lot of crap. But ain't nobody talking about Reuben. But we're only talking about Daniel's mantle. So what are we talking about? Well, let's dig on it for the dismount. We're talking about Eldad Hadani. And I've stated this before, that we need to figure out who this guy is, and it seems to be this guy is Daniel. And the reason why I'm bringing up a mantle is because in our search for Prestor John, you know, we see the crystallization of the three gold dragons: Moses, Miriam, and Aaron. And we understand the recon as far as Prestor John the Elder. As far as Moses is concerned, then we see Prestor John the Lesser. As far as your Jacob or your David, then you have with your Miriam, you got your Bathsheba, you got your Shebas, you know. And then when it comes to Aaron, we know about the tribes, the people, you know, that come together like Voltron. But we really don't talk about Aaron as a Prestor. The question mark, right? And Daniel is very, very similar to where is it? To this Daniel is very similar to that, because where did he go? I think it was under Dan, right? So we're talking about he who judges. Eldad Hadani. Now he's popping off circa 850 through 900s. Was a 9th century Jewish merchant, traveler, and philologist, though probably originally from southern Arabia. He professed to be a citizen of an independent Jewish state in East Africa, inhabited by people claiming descended from the lost tribes of Dan, Asher, Gad, and Naphtali. Eldad visited Babylonia, Kairouan, and Iberia, where he spread fanciful accounts of the 10 lost tribes and the Halakot. We've talked about that, which he claimed he had brought from his native country. Eldad's Hebrew narrative, Sefer Eldad, right, established his reputation as a philologist, whom leading medieval Jewish grammarians, and lexiconographers quoted as an authority in linguistic difficulties. His Halakot, which deals with the law of Shita, differ in many places from the Talmudic ordinances, and are introduced in the name of Joshua ben Nun, Joshua son of Nun, right? Or according to another version, Othniel ben Kenaz. Eldad's accounts soon spread, and as such, and as usual in such cases, were remoted and amplified by copyists and editors. For there are numerous differing versions of separate languages, and we get the same story with Daniel. Right? We got that. Now, let's get through this here. No, let's go here because we want to dismount. I want to make sure we get this here. Related. Relationship to Prestor John. The influence of Eldad's narrative extends beyond Jewish circles, and some sources link it to the Prestor John letters, perhaps intending to refute Eldad's assertion of the existence of independent Jewish states, an assertion contrary to the teaching of the Roman Catholic Church. Presumably, Christian writers claim to be a priest, Prestor John, who ruled over the great kingdom of Ethiopia. According to the letters, Prestor John's subjects, including some Jewish tribes, such as Ben Moshe, who dwell beyond the river San Banyan. We're only talking about Daniel. And why is all this important? Because we're talking about the Straits of Anion. We're talking about the fall of Tengu. All this matters, and it matters to you. It matters to me. It matters to us. Because it would appear that this Eldad Hadani is the same Daniel. And for some odd reason, something about Reuben that we need to dig on. We need to pay attention to, because there's a lot more Reubens in the world than there are Esau's that always get the wrong blame. I'm sorry, but as a House of Reed, I have to defend Esau. Not to say he didn't sin, not to say he didn't mess up, but he sometimes gets the wrong blame. And a lot of the misdirection is based upon what's being hidden about this Daniel. Again, this Mantle, this perfection of the Father. Next time we come back, we'll bring it back. We're gonna dig on Abigail, his mama, for the Lady Dragons on the Wall, for Joy World. Much help to the family. Much help to the tribe. I love y'all. Peace.